It's Mahjong Day!
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Pon. Sumo! That's how we do it, baby. Nice. Let's see the Yakuman. That's actually Yakuman. Wow. These guys have no idea how much danger they're in. Oh, yeah, the con would actually be so cool. Oh my god, thank you for this gift. Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Happy Saturday. Hello. How's everyone doing? Been a bit for me. It was quite the long weekend, and the long week in general. I just came back. Well, I mean, it's been a couple days. It's been like a week since then, but I came back from Riichi Nomi Open RNO. 2026, the biggest Mahjong tournament outside of Asia, apparently. Yeah, that's a quote from Claire. If that's wrong, you can you could speak with our club leader, New York City. 256 entrants though, is a pretty fun time. It was great. Good morning, Lewis. Bewick, hello. How you doing? Anyone else joining us? Feed, Waves, Humanitar, Kepra, Chadington, Morn, Julian. How you doing? Going great over here. Monica, how are you doing? Yep. Is it a little bit better, the sting of a loss? And seeing my triumph? This is how it's supposed to be, you know, a skill-based tournament, and I get way ahead and you're on the bottom. This is like, and I beat her in Samba, but her favorite Mahjong mode. But we'll talk about that later. I'll just be talking about RNO throughout me playing. Bro, you don't give a shit about Sama? That's the point. It's even more embarrassing that I don't give a shit about it and you still lost. I mean, you know, I don't like Sama, so I don't play it. But that doesn't mean I can't be good at it. Yeah, I don't even play this game. Alright, let's get into it. I mean, from the Mahjong Soul side, I haven't like grinded Mahjong Soul in like feels like so long. But like after that tournament, I did feel like my Mahjong senses, you know, just like playing that many games in like such close proximity, you know, and having a, you know, strong goal to motivate yourself, and you know, being with other strong Mahjong players, it really does something to you. So I feel good. Definitely felt really nice right after the tournament. Now, I don't know, maybe that's worn off. Any remarkable moments in the tournament, says Predicator. Yeah, you come to the right place in the right time. I'll be talking about that like right now. Let's see. Yeah, right now. Well, where do I begin? Well, I think just the highlight for me overall is like, yeah, the Mahjong was good, and this is the best Mahjong tournament I've placed at. Like, that's like over 40 people. Do I want to keep one mon? Do I want to keep south? I'll keep south. And maybe keeping one mod is actually better. But yeah, I got 40th overall out of 256. So like top whatever that is. Yeah, top whatever that is, yeah. What it's so 240, it's like the top 1/6. It's like 15-ish%. Ooh, interesting. This is interesting. I'll cut this. Afternoon, David. But yeah, it's top whatever 15-ish% of the tournament. It's pretty good. I mean, the last time I was here, I mean, I might have actually gotten pretty close to this kind of placement when I played last year in RNO, and that was the year I got the Chombo. So yeah, Chombo and you know, some other stuff. So like I was doing pretty well in that year in the first day, and then like kind of I would say I underperformed in the other which one? Tanyo. Guess I'll take the Shanfon. Reach. Only because the 2s and 6s are blocking. 6 is much more likely to deal in, especially with all the 9s mostly gone. Okay. At 34th after Hanshan 7, but then I showed Chombo and finished 9. Ooh, yeah. That's tough. Yeah, but I did beat Monica Ray. Ooh, 6-0 was Uradora. It's been really nice. I beat Monica Ray. I did what I wanted to do. I'm not like mad about it or anything. I'm actually like I'm pretty happy with how I played overall. I think the real thing, like, so I was with Beef and Monica, and we shared an Airbnb, and Beef was coming from a little out of, well, Beef was like driving from out of town, and well, he was on a night shift like schedule. He's been like sleeping really late and waking up, you know, like he would like sleep at like 7 a.m. or something, and then wake up at some who knows hour. So yeah, complete night owl times for him. So like when I got to like New York on Friday in the city, I met with Monica, and I also met with Brew Orion, who was also there. If you saw her stream, talking about it, she's a funny person, very extroverted. I was like talking with everyone like during the tournament. It's really funny. Let's see, Chuso, sure. But yeah, well, since Beef was on the night schedule, he was like dead tired. Like even like when we like first like saw him, he was like really dead tired. 2-3 pins are gone. Let's pawn. Try to make something happen. He was super dead tired, and like apparently he woke up at 2 a.m. He woke up at 2 a.m. and now it was like 5 p.m., like 4 p.m. by the time we met. And then like went on to you know, stay up the rest of the day until night. But that was actually a blessing in disguise for me, because Beef was so tired like throughout the day. We went to the Airbnb and we slept relatively early, like 10:30-ish, 11 to 11. So like I felt great. Like by the time the tournament started, like Saturday morning, I felt like the best I've ever felt like playing in the tournament. I felt amazing. I felt like I had superpowers, man. It was awesome. It's like what like an 8 to 9 hour like sleep cycle can give you. was so good. And I think that definitely contributed to my performance because when I got to RNO, I mean I was doing well. I feel like I was making all the decisions I wanted to make. Like all the moves that I wanted to make, I did. I wasn't like, you know, like outright misplaying all the time. Do I want to cut the 7? Sure, we'll cut the 7. Okay, that ended up being... Okay, well, it was the 9 so that came out, so maybe I could have seen that coming. I wasn't sure if the 4-pin was okay against, like, these two guys. Or the 2-pin. 2-pin could have dealt into Champon. I feel like all three of those were, like... I don't know. They weren't, like, crazy different. But yeah, I did... That's like the issue really with me in tournaments. It's not like the playing. Like if you give me a day to, you know, play Mahjong and stuff, I'll play Mahjong. But it's just like if it's not working with my schedule, you know, if I have to like wake up earlier than usual, and you know, and that's the big thing. You know, making sure I wake up and then eat something, eat something good. And I was able to eat breakfast too because of beef. He brought a lot of fried rice for everyone. That was great. That was a great breakfast. Yeah. So, yeah, I like came out swing. I got like 2 firsts, or it was a first and a second, and then another first. In my first 3 games, and then by then. Well, it was already looking pretty good, and cool thing about RNO, which I think is just always a positive. There's like not much negative to it. I feel like there's not much. At RNO, they use the Swiss pairing for the brackets, so like the first game is random, completely random who you play with, but then after that you are paired with people that are of a similar score as you, and it's split into 4 different buckets. It's split into 4 different buckets when we get to round 2, and in a 10-round tournament. Yeah, eventually it goes all the way up to 8 different buckets of players, so like it's kind of like every... Ooh, that's nice. It's kind of like how every bracket is its own like 64-person thing. Or did I count that right? No, 32-person thing. Yeah. And the venue was divided into floors too, so there's a floor for every bracket essentially. There was a floor for the bronze room, the lowest room, which was the basement, which was actually like low key the best one. It's like the best room. It was really funny. Sure. I guess we'll take this. I got to be in the basement my first game, and then since I kept getting firsts and seconds, I just stayed in the Jade room, on the 4th floor the entire time. Yeah. But yeah, I got to play one of my viewers there. It's OC. It was cool. And I did a much better there than I did before. Nice, I didn't deal into that, and still stayed my winning chances. But yeah, so I was up in the Jade room mostly the entire time. I didn't really get to see like, you know, how good the other rooms were. But like my only complaint about like the tournament like playing experience overall was that like, especially in the Jade room had like these horrible chairs that like like they didn't have any leg room for some of them. This is this one. Like half the time you didn't have any leg room because it'd have 4 legs, but 2 of those legs would be like connected by like some bar. That, you know, because they wanted to be like super foldable, I guess, and they couldn't figure out how to do that without just completely blocking the leg room of, you know, half the sides. That was horrible. That was horrible. I did talk with Claire about it, and yeah, she just mentioned that like they didn't know like what kind of tables would be ordered for the event, so they weren't just like there and they used the tables. They weren't just there. It was just like they bought tables for the event, but it was some other like group, I guess. Small. Each small Hatsu Tudora. If I get 1 Ura? Nope. Okay, manga 2000, 4000. I have to say that a lot in the tournament. Aka Ari, there's a lot of manga and Hanuman left and right. I think the first game I had, I only won 3 hands, and like that's overall like above average anyway of like amount of hands you're gonna win in a game. But all 3 of those hands were like dealer manga. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the comeback hand, right? Yeah, it was also like I had to get a dealer Mangan Sumo for like a Gyakuten at the end in my all last. I was the last dealer. I'm really glad everyone played fast enough for me to get my last dealer too. Yeah, shouts to all the people I played. That was fun. Yeah. For this tournament also, I really would have wanted to record the games for like a video or something, and I know I've like recorded like some of the games from my other tournaments, which I have not made into a video yet, and I'm kind of working on that. It's just like not really, but I just have like so much other stuff to do right now. I didn't really expect to get this busy. So, well, who knows when that's gonna come out. At least I don't have more work on my hands, but oh man, it would have been so nice if I could show you those hands and those plays. I was pretty proud of myself for a lot of that. Well, just having good flow. I recognize though, you play enough these tournaments to just recognize that, like, yeah, I'm getting some nice luck. And certainly you need that. You need that. It's not just skill at a Mahjong tournament. I mean, although regardless, right, you still get to feel for like how much skill is in play in the Mahjong tournament, because like I'm sure you'll find like some really good players. What the heck are you doing, bro? Okay, what? Sure. You'll get a feel for like how good the players are, because you'll see some really good players down in like the basement or whatever. Like you'll see some really good players all throughout the floors, but definitely the highest concentration of like pro players and like club leaders and just Chinese people that have played like their entire life. That concentration of people is like the highest in in the Jade Room, in like the top like 32 to 64 players. I played against all those guys, and feel like maybe there'd be like one person that was just a little bit shaky in the Jade Room. I mean, yeah, but it felt like the majority were guys that definitely were used to being up there. Yeah, like even the people I played that I like recognized, like like from a stream or something. I played against who did I play against? I played against Flock. I played against Flock one of the games. Flock Mahjong. He's on Twitch. Psycho-Isan Pro. Slock commentary. For like pro games. He's great. That table I got second as well. I got second, but well, that was day 2, so I mean I could get to that. But also played Crow. I played Crow 77. Yeah. That might have been my first time playing her. I feel, yeah, because we've definitely like talked with each other like in multiple tournaments, but I don't know if I've ever actually played her in one. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Like once. I forget. Maybe at DC or something. Who else? There's Panda Spy. Yeah. He was there as well. It was really funny. Like, you're talking about the coaching session coming up with Kate, which also went well. If you didn't see that last stream I did on YouTube, and Kate will have her own video version of that. You should watch that. Just give it a like, just to support. That was fun. But yeah, those are all like just really, really strong players. You lied about Sticky being the widest. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. You want to talk about the widest Tenpai being Nagashi Mangan? Like, let's be serious here, alright? What is it? Got me off my groove. But yeah, well, anyway, by the time day one ended also, is anyone like south? Wait, 2-pin came out. 2-pin came out. Alright, I'll cut 4-pin. Okay. Cut 4-pin. I don't know if this south is okay, actually. One so. Okay, nice. Yeah, well, but yeah, again, like the games like weren't really the highlight for me. I just like, you know, I really liked how, you know, I played and that I was able to play my best, you know, because I was like, well slept and everything. Felt like I was able to, you know, have a good showing, and then get good luck on top of that, which is really nice. By the end of the first day, it was all first and seconds. It was, I think 3 firsts and 2 seconds. I was number 2 on the leaderboard at the end of day 1. So at that point, of course, my first thought is, yeah, rest in peace, Monica Ray. It's over for her. GG, well played. Yeah, gonna have that skeb of me being taller than Monica Ray, which is, you know, canonical. Yeah, for winning the bet. And even at, you know, like at that point, like it would have taken like, she would have had to get like 5 firsts in a row, and I would have to get like, you know, some fourths in there. You know, which is still possible, I guess, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Long story short. Oh, come on. What is this? 6-man? Ishan 10 technically. 4-so, 6-so. Alright, sure. Don't worry about it. But yeah, best thing really at RNO, like besides that, just like now that I've talked about like, you know, terms before, and like I didn't have as many friends, you know, like last year when I went to tournaments. But now I do because I've like, you know, I've talked with more like I've met with more streamers and talked with more streamers and other people as well. I'm more established in general as a, you know, Mahjong player and a Mahjong like tournament goer. So I have more people to talk to, and you know, like I'm never like stuck just like after a game like oh man, that was just such a rough game. If only I had someone to talk to, like I'm looking for someone. I'm never in that position anymore. Which is nice. That is really nice. It really, yeah. At this point, yeah, I could just I just keep playing tournaments forever and have a good time, if that's the case. As long as, you know, those cool people just, you know, still go. I mean, that was my first time meeting Flock in person, as well as Cookies and Cream, who I did not recognize at first. It took me a bit. Took me a bit to recognize the voice and the name. Apologies for that. But yeah, well, it's we stream in different like time zones. You know, it's tough. It's tough for me to like catch up with the West Coast streamers. Anyway, this is Tudor. Riichi Nomi Tudor would be 3,900 all. Or Ron would be 5,200, unless we get her up. That'd be really nice. Anyone else I meet for the first time? I don't think so. Well, yeah, I mean there were some people I met for the first time. Not like streamers, yeah, just like regular people. Hung out with some people. Like a brewmate friend, Ferdinand, and it seemed pretty cool. Played a lot of fighting games. Love fighting games. We definitely cheered on Brew during the Tekken tournament. Oh yeah, that happened. Oh god. I'm remembering the after party. Oh boy. Well, we all had dinner. Oh yeah, Dofume was also there. Yeah, I met Dofume. Oh yeah, that was funny too, because Dofume was staff. Dofume on Twitch. Yeah, make sure to follow her. She was staff, so, and we didn't meet before, so I had like no idea what she looked like in the crowd. I couldn't, you know, wouldn't be able to find her. But well, during like one of my games, like there was a different person like calling out the times, you know, like 30 minutes left, or you know, 30 minutes left, or 15 minutes left. And then like the second or third time the person said that, I'm like, that voice sounds familiar. I'm like, wait a fucking minute. It's like so high pitched and, you know, just a little nasally, and like I feel like I've seen, I've heard it, and then I put two and two together. I'm like, okay, that has to be her. Cut this one. Yeah, so well, managed to meet her and like, you know, bring all the crowd to dinner afterward. Whale was also there. Yeah, it was a good crowd. And then when we went back, to the venue, I went on my own to. Well, I went on my own along with like Brew and some others. He's like, just want to get back and like, you know, see if I can like play some Mahjong. Wait a minute. I think this is fine. Play some Mahjong or just like, you know, watch Brew play Tekken. Thought that would be fun. Meanwhile, like Monica, Beef, and Flock went out to get some drinks and bring back to the venue. Yeah. And then when they did come back and like, they brought like, a shit ton of stuff. They like several soju bottles, a champagne bottle. And, I think Beef like had some other stuff too. Can I get this? Can I get this hand though? Can I get this hand? And yeah, immediately it was just like, it was shots time. Like Beef and Monica are like big drinkers. Yeah, I guess Flock is too. Flock didn't seem like he had trouble drinking. I'm not a big drinker. I'm definitely a lightweight. I definitely need to pace myself, you know, when it comes to drinking. Pawn. 6 though should be fine here. And then of course, like Monica is such like an evil person, you know, there's a lot of evil in her heart. This dealing. So when so of course, like when I'm like hesitant to take the 3rd or 4th shot, she's like, "Oh, you're such a lightweight. I'm such a better drinker than you," or like, you know, yeah, like that was a competition, like that was part of anything. And oh. Wait a minute. No, this is strange. But at the same time... Give me a second. Pawn. Why are all the 6s and 3s and 4s gone, but the 5s aren't? Give me a second. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Wait, did I... This is Toy Toy. Wait, what? Why do I have Toy Toy? I called with a non-valid Yaku. And then suddenly I'm here. I thought it was weird that the 5 pins were unavailable. Turns out they were just all on the wall. Okay. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, yeah, Beef and Monica and Flock were having fun, drinking. I was like, yeah, that's enough for me. I just, like, I'll watch more Tekken. Like, and then, like, by the time I, like, came back, like, Monica in general was, like, super drunk, it looked like. I mean, I'm guessing everyone else was also really hammered, but, like, you know, Monica is, like, the loudest drunk. So, she really stood out. And, just, like, we went to play a game, of Mahjong with me, Flock, Beef, and Monica. After all that. And, yeah, well, gotta say, I might be a lightweight, but I know my limit because Monaco is so fucking loud. It's laughing, like cackling, like just like every time she'd like, you know, like think to do something or see something, she'd just like cackle for like discernibly no reason. It was a sight to behold. Yeah, it turned out she was cackling because while we were playing that first hand we were playing, she got a Ryanpeiko. She got Ryanpeiko Tenpai. So every time she got like a tile that like, you know, got her closer to Ryanpeiko, she was like, ah! Yeah. Very accurate Monica impression. Oh shit. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. It's fine. What is nice. No worry about it. I would have discarded that tile no matter what. There's no way. Yeah. Nice Mangan. Yeah, she was really out of it. And like at some point, like her laughter was like so uncontrollable that like after that game, at some point she like fell multiple times for one. We'll do this one, I guess. She fell out of her chair laughing multiple times. And the people like the people behind us were like constantly looking over in like concern. It's like, is she okay? And I'd be like, oh, she's fine, she's like, she's just having fun. She'll be fine. But then she spat water. Like one of the times, like she was drinking water, and then like she laughed so hard she spat it out, and she spat out all of. I don't know if but yeah, she spat it over my leg. She spat it over my leg and some of the table. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to take one for the team. You know, we have to. This is what I. This is what you get for being friends with this stinky sea pancake. Yep. This is my reward. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It was nothing. It ended up being nothing. But like after that, Monaco was also like very. Let's say, like got into like depression mode, and ended up like worrying too much that like, you know, her was it falling over and stuff and spinning water was like bothering people, too much of a bother. And you know, I mean, it wasn't that at all. But like, it's hard to convince someone who's just a little bit ooh. What would do here? I'm gonna do the 3-so. It is difficult to convince someone who's, you know, a little bit drunk, a little bit too drunk, you know. I guess I could have kept the 3-so as well. And like, but I didn't want to cut the door, and I didn't want to cut the... Or 6-pin, I guess, was possible. But yeah, I was aiming for this. So I can like get over the element over here. That works. Classic beginner mistake, not putting her in an aquarium where water density prevents her from spitting at you. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have the tech. Pinzu is just too... The door is too dangerous to cut here. Oh well. 9-so is safe against more people. But yeah. Well, like partially because of that, like, Brew, like, it gets like picked up by her dad anyway, and so she offered like just like to give a ride for us, which was really, really nice of her. And we get to see her dad like briefly. That was cool. 3-pin. I have to cut 4-pin. All right, let's do it. Each. Weight's good enough. Yeah. Well, I don't want to embarrass her too much, so I guess I'll end it there. It was really funny that like she didn't remember anything from that night. She kept what did I talk about? I didn't talk about anything. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry. We didn't talk about anything. Nothing that you remember anyway. Drink responsibly, kids. Drink responsibly, yeah. You know, and careful, like, you know, who you try to make fun of, you know, your friends who don't drink as much as you, and then you go out and embarrass yourself in front of all these different strangers. I remember everything, you dingus. Well, that's not how it was. That's not how I remembered it. It's like every. That's not how I remembered it. Every like hour, you're like, wait, what happened? like I feel like everything is just like black. I remember days after. Sure, yeah. Remember when you spat all over my leg? I had to wash those jeans. I never wash jeans. You're not supposed to wash jeans, you know. They're just like, wait, what is this? 9-pin's fine. You know, it was just like a small sip of water that got on you. It wasn't like a drop. If that's what you mean. This gonna be another third. Oh man. Gotta get these points. No one has like such good hands this game. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was all fine. We got back to our Airbnb. The issue for me though, it was like, I mean, you know, I'm not blaming anyone for this. This wasn't like Monica's fault or anything. I was planning on staying up late anyway, right? Because I appreciate having fun with my friends more than, you know, getting a little bit extra sleep. But because of that, I was definitely less slept. I was definitely less slept than I was before, like the previous day. Well, you know, not only like, you know, sleeping in a later hour, but like also just like doing more stuff that day, you know, playing all that Mahjong, like 5 Hanshan, which it could end up being like, it's not that many 7-mon, we'll just cut the 8-mon. 5 Hanshan, 75 minutes, and then like averages out to like 80 minutes per Hanshan. What is that? 80 times 5, 400 minutes. Like 6.5 hours. Right? Did I do my math right? Or 5? Wait. Yeah, something like that. Whatever. It's fine. 6.5 hours of Mahjong, over 6.5 hours. I played like a friendly after that. I was like cheering my head off for Brew in second tournament. I was drinking. Yeah, it was quite a time. Yeah. Quite a time. Let's see. I'm probably gonna fold this one. I don't think I can. Okay, well, if I'm gonna cut 8 so it's gonna be now. Actually, maybe we can actually do this. Oh wow, 5-6-6. Okay, that's definitely gonna be some kind of flush. Yeah, it's definitely a flush. Oh, do I even want to cut the West at this point? Maybe not. I don't even think this hand is worth like really playing. You barely drank. Yeah, stop laughing. I don't want to hear that from the person who like spat up on the table and like fell over multiple times laughing. Drunkard. 6-mon. Definitely not gonna drink as much as that. But yeah, I could feel the fatigue in the second day. So I'm like, oh no, I just like hope I could stay awake, and I was able to like kind of stay awake the first like 2 games on the second day. But it was like really, I could feel that I wasn't making the best decisions. Is it time to just full fold here? 5-mon? I'll just do it. 5-mon, whatever. I don't want to give any more points. There's no way I can like cut this West and be okay, I think. A little bit unfortunate. Mr. 2 shots, and I know that if I do another shot, that it's gonna be a problem. You know, I know my limit, not like you. Well, I could, you know, I drank 3 and 4. I drank like 5 drinks, you know, at some point, like 5 shots. At the end of the day. Sure, 1 pen. Surprised people go for such obvious flushes in this rank. Who's going to deal into this? That's not the issue. It's not who's going to deal into it. It's just like putting yourself in position to win anything at all, right? So in his position, he should be going for a flush, and it doesn't really matter if it's really obvious. If it's really obvious, what that just means is that everyone's going to fold if they draw excess Sozu, and that's fine. And then they could Sumo. They have more chances to Sumo and like get their win. So it's a Sumo focused strategy. It's not a Roland focused strategy. Yep, everyone folded. So they didn't. They weren't able to Sumo, but they got some points anyway. I lose my dealership. It would have been much worse if you know, if I had a hand, right? If I had a hand and then I could like roll him and then like kill him. But I wasn't able to do that. I had like a billion Dora, but I couldn't do that like safely. So flushes are strong. Flushes, like, don't underestimate flushes. Like, even if they are quote unquote obvious. Yeah, play with fear. Yeah. Well, the fear of a flush is like, you know, is its own thing. It could be a benefit as well as weakness. Just like Riichi, you know, the fear of like calling Riichi and having other people afraid of your Riichi can be also a strength of Riichi, in addition to a weakness. It depends on the hand situation. But yeah, what was it? It was like a game. I had a game with Flock and like in a game, yeah, a game I got 4th, and I forget who was at the table. But I felt like both of those games I just wasn't making the right decisions. Especially like in that second game, I felt like I got behind at some point, like because I dealt into like some Dama or whatever, and I feel like every decision I made was wrong in regards to calling. So like the hands that I decided to stay closed on, I ended up like kind of regretting, and then the hands I decided to stay like open on, I was also like, you know, I always felt like I'm like calling too fast. Yeah. So it's just like I felt like I was when in hands when I should have you know, like called, because like there was like no other options for me. I didn't do that because like I was just stubborn about like getting points, and then like I overcorrected by calling too quickly and wasn't able to, yeah, get the score that my hand really deserved, and just like, why am I playing this hand in the first place? Alright, this is gonna be Tuso Tonki, I guess. I could also pawn. I'm gonna say no to not pawn at this point. Ooh. 7 so is Suji. Man, that's tempting. That's really tempting. Alright, I'm tempted. Let's do it. Let's cut the 7. Now I have to cut either the 6s or the 5s. Which one do I think is better? Alright. I feel like I didn't have to make that risk though. And I could just cut the red 5. But I'm in a position where like... Oh, well, nice, yeah. Oh, the sumo is actually really big for me. I still get 3rd here. And potentially get 1st. Yep. It's good. Yeah, but I could feel like my decisions being off. I could feel like when Flock was like you know, like called Sumo and stuff, and you know, like we're at like the big guy table. You know, we're in Jade Room, in the tournament. So, like anyone who's up there can score pretty much. Although you know, funnily enough, Brew was up there at one point, so not everyone can score confidently, but the majority of people definitely can. And so, and so yeah, and we were at a table that I think everyone could score at. So when Flock says the score of his hand, he doesn't even like say what his hand is. He doesn't say like, you know, oh yeah, I have 3 Dora or something. He just says like, yeah, it's 8,000, it's 12,000. And then the guy like to my right, you know, just like nods his head, and then I'm looking at the hand, and I just don't see it. I just like, huh? Like my brain is just completely off. And I had to like ask like later on, just like, okay, yeah, I ended up like, you know, I take the word for it, and just, you know, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should. Yeah, I probably should just like, hey, if I'm not sure at the moment, I should ask right away. I think that's the better play. But I just let him have it, and then asked later, like, hey, what was that hand, by the way? And he was, yeah, it was like a Aka 2 Dora. Like, oh, okay. I was just like, what the fuck was the Dora? Yeah, like I was definitely fried. Oh, we're going to West 1. Okay, nice. I was also just not paying attention to like people's discards, as you know, like that's the big indicator for me. When I just like don't remember what people like discarded, like I noticed that I'm not keeping track of it. I'm like, wait a minute, like what order did they discard this? Like what was their last Adachi? If I'm not keeping track of that, then that means like I'm out of it. I know it's like it's really difficult to like keep that up, but you know, it's part of the skill, right? It's part of the skill of playing Mahjong. Just like the concentration it takes to like keep up a good game for as long as possible. Okay, I just need to make sure that the North guy doesn't get a hand, but even if he does, it's not going to be the end of the world, because he's not going to get to 30,000 very easily and end the game. Did you chombo at RNO? I did not chombo this time. Yeah. I did not get a dead hand either. So, this was like the first time I played with Psycho Isen rules. I guess I'll talk about that too. Okay, I'll do this. First time I played with Psycho Isen rules, instead of WRC rules, and those are just like two different like organizations. We're gonna chi this, yeah. This might look weird, but this actually has a really good chance of me getting a pair, and then I could like win on the last south. If I pawn this, then there it is. And if they don't want to discard the south, they could just fold. Or they could just give me the hand. How about that? Oh shit. Really don't want to deal into this though. Oh fuck. Alright, I can't do that. Fuck. Ichi Putz. That's Ipeko. Oh no. Okay, it's still not enough though. It's still not enough. And I can still get even first from here if I get a Mongon. Okay. Hold on, let's lock in for this one. West Pole might not be so bad. East is dead. It's the west round, guys. I can get a west prevalent wind. Eitso probably after that. Eitso or the Yakai. Hon. I just need another Akka is what I need. Alright, let's hold on to as many tiles as possible to get this hand. $2,900 will be enough to put me in like a safe-ish range. Someone could still get a Mangan Sumo and fuck me over, maybe. Actually, no, I think it'll be enough. Yeah, it'll be enough. I'll go for the better sequence shape, so I can... has the best upgrades. Not the best pair weight, but I could... If I get a pair weight, then I could switch over to something else. Oof. I might even chi. Yeah, I think I'll chi. Okay, this is good. Yeah, this is what I wanted. We cut the 5. This is good ski. Sticky Ishanten, if you haven't seen the Kate Lovely Momo coaching session, free on my YouTube. Check it out. And if you're interested in coaching in general, just like coaching, yeah, I'm doing coaching right now as well. One at 6M because I need 6M. I need another block. So if I get rid of 6M, like if I finish the 5-6-6 and I get a 5-6-7, like it's not even a good hand because I'm gonna be weighing on a pair. This I'm gonna be weighing on more tiles because this weights on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mon. And 5 or 7 mon will give me a Ryeonmen. This also gives me a lot of Ryeonmen. I guess I could have switched that out. I could have cut the 6 and keep the 3. Maybe that's better? Barely. This one at least has more tiles that are like available. At least from the... Cheat. We'll show our Akka. It's fine. Red 5 so is safe to me at least. Small. Huge, huge, huge! Okay, so not only do I get 3,000 points here, I take 1,000 points away from my closest rivals. So that's huge. It's not the South round, it's the West round, guys. Okay, so now I can, if someone reaches, I could just fold. Well, this is just not a good shape. I'll just cut it, I don't care. Hold on to the Yakuhai instead. That's okay. Do I care about the Dora acceptance? Not really. If I get a 7, it's fine if it's pretty 10. 5, 6, 6, 8, 8, 6, 8, 8 mon. Okay, there's the hit. Hold on to the east. And Cheetoy might be an option. I don't think I really want to pawn for a cheap hand at this point. Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna do it. Instead, I'm going to go for... Like, the margin here is a little bit too safe for me. Even if someone sumos a Hanuman, as long as it's not Kamicha, then I'm fine. Like, I got prioritize. Like, if this was tournament, I was like, you know, going for first, then I think I would palm. Just like to be aggressive with my dealership, but here, I don't think that's necessary. Need to make sure I don't deal into anything stupid. I think just cutting this stuff. Five so. I'm still in the game. I'm just like committing to a Chitoi at this point while being defensive. Two so here. Wait, actually, I still need Tenpai. Fuck, I kind of forgot I still need Tenpai. Because exhaustive draw. Alright, 1-1. Okay. What do I do now? Tuso. It's a Chitoi though. It's a Chitoi. Let's not forget, it's Chitoi. Chitoi, Ishanten is not a hand. I don't know. If I deal in with the Tuso, it's just throwing. But the sumo is also pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I could have played this better, but certainly it would have been difficult for me to pawn at that other point. Because the pawn would have put myself at a higher risk of dealing in. Okay. Seven so. Oh shit. This point. I'm gonna pawn. I think that was a mistake. Well, the idea is I'm gonna pawn so I can shift the dealer. I mean, shift the high tay over to me. Okay, I'm okay with that. Sure. That's fine. Whatever, dude. Was that a Suji? Two east. Two east. We're in the west round. Okay, it's Itsu. It's Itsu. You call for Itsu. We're gonna hit the north round at this, right? If north round existed, sure. There is no north round in Mahjong Soul, at least. Okay, there's also 234 Sanshoku. If I get a 3 so, do I cut the Dora? No, cutting the Dora is just that feels so bad against this, but maybe at some point I just have to bite the bullet. think I'd rather commit to the Honitsu, sorry, not the Honitsu, the Itsu anyway, so that I can afford not to Kare the Manzu. Lower Manzu especially looks dangerous. 5 so. This Chi. Maybe there is a vision here. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I think that's over. Risky, yeah. Could have used that 9-mon potentially. I think I'll be fine though. 5-pin. Okay, so if I really want to be crazy, it's 4 so, but I don't think I have to. I'm not the one in last, gotta remind myself of that. 2 so, sees this Suji, just thought was fine. 2 so, 4-pin. Okay, I'll trust my defensive instincts. Kabe is 7, so it's impossible to have a Kanchan. Discard to 7 before anyway. 4-pin is safe. 5 so is safer. 4-pin can still deal in potentially to Toyman. It's going to be really rare though. Haku. If you kept the north for that long, maybe you're waiting on Haku. Thanks for the gift, by the way, Eric. Alice, yeah, appreciate it. 2-pin? 2-pin or white? Which one's safer against? Do the white. I'm paranoid over a Hellway Tonki. It's bad for my health. Yeah, 2-pin, sure. Chi, and then 3-pin. Okay, well, not like I planned that. Worked out. I wanted to give, like, this guy the Haite. This guy... If this guy having another draw was not so bad for me. He already had a draw. But it wouldn't be the last one, it wouldn't be the Haite. So there would be no chance of, like, potentially getting an extra Han from that. Another 3rd place. That's okay. Well fought. Well fought. I think it was anything crazy. But we can look at the log for a bit anyway. Go into a commercial break on Twitch. Be right back, guys. I think, I want to think about that, the West play, when I had the opportunity to palm. It was, where was it? Was it around here? No, it was before that. At Haku. And then I could have, I could have palmed this one, the 8-mon. Oh, something fell. Could have palmed the 8-mon. I really don't think Maka is gonna be helpful. But yeah, even Maka's like kind of split on this. I don't think that's... Like, I played through the round enough to experience like different possibilities. So I feel like, yeah, I mean... I want to get into Tenpai, and Pon is better for Tenpai. Pon is the better Tenpai play. Like, even if I'm not necessarily aiming to win, I'll at least, like, make sure I don't lose and Ryukoku, the exhausted draw. But it does leave me a lot more vulnerable. Like, especially if I Pon the white, like, the turn after. That's gonna be, like, really, really spicy. A little bit too spicy, I think, for my position. I think even if the white came after, I would have to keep those. I think the whites are too valuable as safe tiles until I'm in Tenpai. So I'd have to, like, keep them. So I would pawn 8, cut 6. White will come out, I pass. And then if the second white comes out, I think I still pass. And I play to, like, still, like, cheat into Tenpai later, but, like, keep us a pair of whites for K10, or, like, discard the whites later on. Maybe I can transition back to Tanya, or maybe it's safe tiles. That's a really, really complex line. Don't usually do stuff like that. Alright, that's interesting, though. Yeah. Jeez, maybe that's like something that Asapine would do. A Japanese pro, online pro. Yeah. It was a cool move. It would have been much cooler if I would have pawned. It would have taken a lot more thought. Anyway, back to chill music. Anyway, where was I? Talking about RNO in between. Yeah, well, I guess I really don't have that much else to share. I didn't really write down any of the cool moves that I did. Let me see if I can remember one. Oh, yeah, okay. There was this one game. I don't know if it was cool though. It was funny. It was the game I was playing with Crow77. It was a game where, like, I was like, I dealt into, like, some Dama Sanshoku at some point for, like, a Mangan-ish. It was like a 40 foot. It was like a 7700 hand. Along with, like, just, like, not getting any tenpai. Like, that was, like, my high pi it was one of those games. My high pi was, like, a really all-time low in terms of not getting to tenpai. So it was a really struggle kind of game, but I was still hanging there. I wasn't dealing in. It was just, everyone getting Hanuman and Mangan except me. No, one of those games. We're folding. Yep. Nice. Yeah, my dealership's just, like, washed away. That's like, my choices in that game were either, like, hey, you can, like, go for a bigger hand, but, like, it's gonna be a long shot, like a really long shot, or you can go for a one-hand hand and with a pawn. On, like, the first row of discards. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I ended up taking a closed round, just, like, never getting tenpai ever. Never got that lucky. That's more my style. But I don't know. Maybe taking the one-hand hand is still fine if you're in. Sure. I mean, if you're still have a dealer seat and stuff. I played like that before. I played for one-hand hands before. So I don't think it's, like, the worst move in the world. It's just, like, not a move that you ever, feel like you have to do. Nice. All right. Thanks for following the channel, by the way. Appreciate it. What are we gonna do here? Just cut this red first, then the green. It came down to the point where like I called Riichi at some point, like in like South 3-ish. Maybe it might have been like yeah, it was like South 3. I had like a Sanshoku. I'm like, okay, this is it. Like if I don't get this Sanshoku, it might be Jover. I was like Sanshoku waiting on a 3, so I was like chasing Crow 77's Riichi. It felt really good to get there. It felt really good that like, you know, I pushed like the hand that I needed to push, and I got Tenpai, and I was able to Riichi. And then she had an Anko of 3-so. She had a full triplet of 3-so, so I was just not going to win that. Yeah, just my luck. And so I ended up in all last. I had like 1,500 points. Busting was not on. You know, you could still, the game will still continue even if someone busts. So, and I could still reach you even with 0 points. That wasn't the issue. But yeah, in all last, I had you know, I could have like one last ditch attempt, and I had a Honitsu. I had like para South, para East, and then like 4, 5, 7, 8. I think I had an Aka, like so like 4, 0, 7, 8 pin. And I maybe in hindsight I could have went for the closed hand. I was just so far away. Like everyone was at like 30k ish except me. 30k or more. So like even getting third was just like I need a Baimon and like a Baimon direct hit. Like a Hanamon would not be enough, like even direct hit Hanamon. It was really sad. Okay, for this one I'm going to cut the 7-pin and probably work on Chitoi. Actually, Chitoi or like regular hand. Yeah, so I had 1,500 points. I was in all last. And I'll just maybe kind of commit to a Chitoi. And I called Poln immediately, just like confirmed like a Mangan to Hanamon. Which wasn't gonna win me any games, but at the very least it would like it would give me some points. You know, it's a tournament, so like, hey, if I get like 8 or another 8k or another 12k or something, that's not nothing. Like, that does add to my cumulative score. I figured I'd do that, but like the the placement points you get like per placement is, well, it's 30-10. So first place gets 30 extra points or 30,000. Second place gets 10 extra. Third place gets -10, and fourth place gets -30. So the difference between every placing is 20,000 points, which is a lot. Like if I can get that third place, like, you know, with a Baimon, that'd be like a plus 36 from there. Like a Baimon being 16,000 and then another 20 from the placement. That'd be huge. That'd be huge. I just didn't really believe in that, but I did have a hand that was possible with, so maybe I could have like held on to it, but I didn't. Instead, I like, you know, just like try to get any hand I could, you know, like while still aiming for the biggest hand. Like, I don't know, there's like a non-zero chance to get like Show Sushi, you know, like a 4 wins Yakuman. Not that likely at all. And very quickly it became impossible to get any kind of Yakuman. You know, and then I was like hoping for a con, that never happened. And then the third place guy called Riichi. He called Riichi on a 6-pin. I remember. And they're like, well, shit, I'm not even in Tenpai. But eventually I did get Tenpai. And I was 3 calls deep. I had a triplet of East in my hand, and I had a 3-pin, which was Dora. So it was Dora Tonki for a Hanuman. Yeah. And it went all the way. It went all the way to the last draw. It went all the way to the Haite tile. And you know, I had the Haite. It was fate. It was fate. I had the Haite. If I could draw it, then that would be Haite. I think that would have been a Baimon actually. It would have been a Baimon Sumo. I think I had 3 Dora and wait. Maybe not. What was my hand? It was... I had South, I had Honitsu, I had Red 5, I had 2 Dora. I think it would have still been a Hanuman. Wait. Yeah, I think it still would have been a Hanuman, yeah. But it was you know, it would have been hype. So yeah, you know, I had a very dramatic, just like, this is it. I can feel it in my hands. This is the tile of my destiny. And I grabbed it. I slammed it on the table. And it was not my tile. It was a 7-pin. And I discarded the 7-pin. And then the guy in Riichi called Roland. He was waiting on 7-pin Tonki after cutting a 6-pin. Ooh, yeah. And I dealt into another Mangan. Yeah, Hote. Yeah, absolute worst timeline. Yeah, it was tragic. Like everyone at I don't know if that guy was feeling it, but like yeah, Crow definitely was just like, ooh, yeah, she ended up saying like, yo, sorry that has to happen to you. It was rough, yeah. Yeah, what can you do? You know, those games happen. But, I mean, besides maybe that last hand where, like, I could have went for a Baimon and I didn't, and I ended up going for, like, a Mangan to Hanuman range. Even then, I don't think, like, yeah, I could have went that route, but I don't even know if that was, like, the best route. But at least if I were to play that again, I'd probably go that way, just because, like, I think that's just better Mahjong, you know, to play for your outs when, like, you have, you know, like, you still have chances to win even with a smaller hand later on. Don't have to commit now to a smaller hand when you have a bigger hand on the horizon. So yeah, I think that was, like, maybe my only mistake. But even then, like, very rarely would that ever amount to anything. Very rarely would that become, like, oh, I actually get 3rd place. And that was, like, the most I could ask for was 3rd place. Which is, it's not nothing, it's a tournament, you know, so, like, I would have lost a lot less points if I got that 3rd place, but would have maybe hit, like, top 20. But everything else, like, the whole rest of the game, I feel like I was playing fine. I feel like earlier, like that day, I feel like I was like playing like shit. I feel like I was like doing okay, well, except I got a 4th, like another 4th, like in those like first few games. But well, like when I was doing okay, it didn't feel like it was because I was playing well. It felt like it was because yeah, okay, let's do this. It didn't feel like it was because I was playing well. It felt like it was because I was being handed, you know, the wins, right? I was getting relatively easy hands. So that was the issue. But yeah, that game, even though I lost like horribly, I felt like actually better about that game than the games that I played before. That game, I felt like I was awake. That game, I felt like I was making the actual decisions that I wanted to make. I don't know if I would have played the game that differently, you know, besides that all last, maybe. I don't think I would have played that differently. Reach. Managed to get Tanya Tenpai with Riichi. Nice. How's it going, fellow? Riichi, Dora, 7 Aura gamers. Not so bad, not so bad. Welcome in, Walking Sim. How you doing? The games have been going well. Well, we've been just kind of grasping at straws here. It's that's not the right turn of phrase. Oh, it's sumo? Nice. Third, positive third, and then like a barely third in the West round. So at least we're not like losing a huge amount of points. As long as we're getting not fourth, it's okay. Even we can get a first or second here and become positive for the day. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was a great time. Oh, you know who else was at the tournament and ended up placing like just above me? I ended up being 40th place. The person who was 39th after I took that like huge bust, I was like minus. I took a minus 60 from that bust. After I dealt in and all last, and then I got a second after that, so I didn't even. Yeah, that was the game with Cookies and Cream. Who played really well, played really aggressive, really, you know, for the played really for the tournament placements, really won that top 32, which got something. Like some like Mahjong Solo Award probably. Cheat. Go for the fastest hand here. It's fine. But yeah, the person who got 39th was Navitas. Yeah. yeah. It would have, if that was just like reversed, if I got like just above Navitas, that would have been a nice flex. But unfortunately, yeah, Navitas, I don't even think was like, I don't think he was even having a great tournament like on day one. But made some big comebacks in day two, looks like, to get up there. Chanta. Chanta for that little bit of extra value. Okay, we'll cut the 3 now. Okay. Stranded in NYC on Monday because my flight was canceled, but I ended up playing a few friendly with Navitas. Nice. He's a chill guy. Yeah. Seems a little bit more soft-spoken. I'd love to get to know him a little bit better. And go to more tournaments. We'll be fine. What? It's like, it's sushi, we'll be fine. Well, but he was going for like a toy kind of shape, so it's actually... But I don't regret it. I wasn't able to fold, really, in that position. 4 pairs. I guess I'll cut the 8-pin. I actually don't mind going for a toy here. I don't mind at all, if it comes down to it. 3 so, though? Now's the time. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I like toy. I don't care. Toy good. I feel like this Tuso is also pretty good as a weight. It even looks like I'm going Manzu Honitsu here. So Tuso might come out later if I'm in Tenpai for it. I just needed one more. Yeah. I'll cut 4-pin. Toy. 5 mon is gonna be pretty tough to get, but we don't have to rely on it. We can like wait on other stuff. I'll get the 7-pin out now. We're still gonna be like cutting as if we're going for a Manzu Honitsu, so this 4 mon might come out like last. It'll be like if I get another pair, miss the pair, oops. If I get another pair like 2-pin, I'll cut, well then I could cut the 4 mon, then the green. And that's fine. But if I get like the green first, then I'll cut the 2-pin, then the 4 mon to like telegraph I'm waiting on Manzu. Okay, so even here, we're gonna cut the 2-pin. And we're gonna wait on the 9-so. And we're gonna make sure that the 4 mon comes out last, unless it's succeeded. Oh shit. Now I'm not so sure what to do. I had a plan. Alright, we'll cut the 4 mon now. Six mon could deal into something. Alright, we'll cut the green. Something. Feel like you would have probably kept 2-door if you had it. 7-so. 5-so, 5-so, 5-so. 3 5-sos. Okay, if I pawn this, the jig is up. Now I'm revealing I have Toy Toy. But it's fine. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, man. It's fine. I got the senpai. I had a chance to win. Hello, World Master Pojo or Poho. Hello, Poyo. There's the J. The letter J is like pronounced like so many different ways. Yeah. Never. But yeah, welcome. Feel free to correct my pronunciation. West here. Okay, well, some other things about the tournament though, like closing out. Well, like the after hours for day 2, we were just like mostly really tired and like went back. I know like Whale went to karaoke along with like Pink Yoshi and some other guys. Which we did not feel the energy for, so just like and we knew there would be like a whole bunch of people there too, so we weren't enthused about going. Sequel, welcome Raiders. How are the games? Just talking a little bit about Riichi Nomi Open. I just went to the Mahjong tournament I just went to. But yeah, let's see. It was the person who won the tournament though, like I got a 4th, right? Actually, it might have been yeah, I think it was I got a 4th. The game that I played with him, it was Eric Carhan, who was like a big Riichi Nomi guy. It's like one of the oldest members, one of the founding members rather of the club in New York City. And he's a nerd. He's a super nerd. He's very studious about the game. But he's also very kind, and he has a really good mindset. I feel like a kind of kinship with him, like a similar kind of level of respect for the game. Just like you love the game enough to like look into it more and more, and like play it more and more, and learn about it more and more, and teach others. Like that kind of person. So I feel like a great amount of respect for that guy, and he is a pro as well. I think he's a WRC pro. And yeah, like he was like on the I was in second place, but he was like somewhere in like top 10-ish when we played. And then like I took a fourth, and I think he took the first. And so, you know, I told him like after the game, it was just like, all right, it's up to you, man. Like, it's like, you gotta do it for New York. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's like, win it for all of us. And, you know, he's like, yeah, I'll try. It was like, and then sure enough, like he kept doing well. He kept doing well. And like above all else, he was able to clutch the victory, against all the others really strong players up there. So congrats to him, Eric Carhan, the winner of Riichi Nomi 2026. That guy definitely deserves it. I was really, really happy that he won. And you know, I'm not that close with the Riichi Nomi guys. I don't go that regularly. I mean, there's like a couple I know decently, but like the core group, like a lot of the core members, I don't really know. They don't like go to a lot of meetups, and I don't go to a lot of, you know, a lot of the events, and like, you know, not super social. So, you know, a lot of them fall through the cracks. I don't, you know, I'm not in with everyone. But Eric is like he's a grinder, man. He's just like, he goes to everything. You know, he goes to a lot of meetups. He goes to, you know, he's just like he's always like, you know, down to play and then like get better, and offer advice. He's a great guy. So he is like one of the people that I know because of that. Because like he's just like so, what's the word? Committed, I suppose. That's one way to put it. So active in community. Okay, well, I feel like I have to do something. Somnecht, thanks for the raid. Assuming you're playing Mahjong. How you doing? How are the games? We weren't playing Mahjong, apologize though. Echen getting the 116k the last game was wild. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ah shit. Still have to push for Tenpai. Can't abandon this Tenpai. I think like if a 9 mon comes out, we pawn and then we cut 5 pin. Yep. Happened before. I was able to finish my sentence. Unfortunately, we don't even have a way to win because we can't con for Rinshan unless we get the Hote 360. The last tile discard. We gotta do this. 6 mon or 3 mon? I mean, it has to be 3 mon, right? It's behind 3 4s. And 3 2s, 4 2s. Okay, yep. Would have liked to get some points there, but this is looking tough. Anyway, hi Mui. How's it going? Yeah. We're ready to play Drunk Jong later. That's gonna be fun. That's 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be having another Mahjong stream today, a rare double stream. Be playing against Beef McMeat, Monica Ray, and Mui. With some drunk bingo. It's my first time playing Drunk Jong with Beef McMeat. He usually does that a lot. Here, I guess I'll cut 5. Cut a 9. slept 3 hours. It's gonna go great. Nice. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Oh, you know what would be really nice if I get 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku here? The emotes didn't work. No. Okay. We'll cut 7 now. It's 1 chance with the 5s. Cut 2 9s as well. Could be pretty rare. You're gonna be winning a shop one or something. Or like a Penchon. Maybe a Kanchan is slightly more likely with this pattern. The closed weight, so like weighing on a 6-8 is with the 6-8 is more likely than weighing on an 8-9 or 7-7. Okay, got a chance here. If it doesn't work out, we cut norths. Like if we pair up anything here, I think we just cut norths. And then we just hope... well, if we get 7-mon, it's a 1 chance. I'll cut it. One chance this early, it's not so bad. Like, it's pretty rare that, like, later on in the hand, the more likely that, like, the 6 actually had something to do with the weight. This early, like... the hand isn't going to be as developed. Not going to have that, like, perfect Ishan 10 with the 6, 6, 7. Yeah, it was just like some straight tile. Sumo, the Ipeko, and the Aka. The double Takame. Yikes. Okay. I mean, I don't think we've been playing particularly poorly here. I think we're just getting outgunned. Let's think about this, though. This hand is pretty bad. I think there's still a chance we can get Tanya, which is hilarious. It's just going to be a pretty far off Tanya. Just keep all the honors just in case I get like something like Cheat Toy, something like Honitsu. Honitsu's gonna be like pretty rare as well. I don't think it's gonna happen with the way I'm discarding. Cut east now. This hand is just really way too slow. Hi Chica. Is this game easy? Yeah, playing Mahjong is so easy, you know. I can get second or third just doing nothing. If I just like win a hand, I can get first. That's so good. Yeah, it's really easy. Everyone should try it. How you doing? Chitoy it is. Chuso first. Actually, Forso. I think I should have done Forso. Keep the Chuso as kind of like a safe tile. I have too many like dangerous tiles to like go to a Chitoy safely here. Well, let's just act like I'm just cutting the Suji. I'm just cutting the, sorry, the Kanchan. It's really easy, just Riichi into 7 Uradora. Trust. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, this is just too heavy for me. And the hands I was getting when I was winning, it was like... it was stuff like, oh, okay, there was the... I did feel like I made some good, like, a very aggressive, like, closed-handed plays, which, you know, is just... that's very conducive to me winning a tournament if those plays end up working out. There was one time where, I I was in Ishanten and I was dealer, and I could have pawned for a double east tenpai with a Ryanmen, and instead I waited. I had like a double east pair, I had another pair, and then a Ryanmen. The Ryanmen finished first, so like immediately after. Ooh, oh, that's okay, whatever. Immediately after I saw the east come out, I decided not to pawn, and then I drew my my tenpai anyway. Baimon? Wait. Oh shit. Okay. I drew my tenpai anyway. I drew the Ryanmen immediately after I passed the east. So I was waiting on east again. I was waiting on east in tenpai instead of Ishanten. When I called Riichi, waiting on east and like some other tile. Sure enough, some unlucky fellow drew the east that turn on the Ipatsu and dealt it to me and gave me a Mongun. It was double east Ipatsu Riichi, yeah, for a Mongun. Love to see it. Love to make those kinds of plays. Love to see it like work out as so beautifully too. And yeah, just to show you, you know, don't you can't expect someone to be not waiting on a tile that like could be pawned. Oh, this is interesting. I think it's is it 7-pin here? I think it's 7-pin here. If I get a 2 or 5, then I get perfect Ishanten. Yeah, that's good. Like you know, it's like, what's the point? What's really the point of me getting, right, a 2 Han hand when I have the potential for so much more? I think when I'm thinking like that and then it works out, it's obviously very strong for me. Yeah, I think the Tanya is fine. I think that just waiting on this like Tanya, like Nobutan, like a Nobutan Aryanmen, and then the Aryanmen here. 2-sided weight, 4/7 mod. The Aryanmen is a 2-sided weight with a pair next to it. That sucks. It's like a fake Aryanmen. That's waiting on 6 tiles. The 2 5-pin. I cannot use that. Yep, can't use it. Unless I cheat with the 6/7 and then like I cut the 2 and then cut the 5, wait on another 7. That'd be a little bit too much for me. Kill way too much of my weights. This is also waiting on 2 5s, the pair weight. 2-sided pair weight, the Nobutan. If I get a pair of 2s, cut the 2. Pair of 2s, 3 4 5, 2 3 4, 5 6, 5 6 7 8. If I get the 5, same thing. Pair of 5s, 2 3 4, 2 3 4. Either one. I still have my dealer seat, so it's fine. I mean, it kind of sucks that like, yeah, I'm in another position where I could get like 3rd at best. That does suck. Maybe we can, you know, maybe if we're lucky we can get 2nd still. Huh. Now this is 147 weight, but it's also a double Nobutan. When you don't have a pair, this like 5-tile run, the Sanmenchan is really strong. It's a 2-5, I cut the 6, or it's a 3-6, I cut the 2. You know, get an extra 3 here, or an extra 6. You know, like all this stuff. 3 or 6 here. Pair up and really nice. Skip. And west. Yep. Bam. Just like that. Wow. Or I can get another 2. Wow. Alright, clear. Oh, am I really just not gonna get Senpai? There's no way I could have even cheated to Tenpai there. That's pretty unfortunate. Eat in real-time overlay? Yeah, I haven't brought it out in a while. Nice to remind myself that it exists, that I can do that. Yeah, another thing. 2333, this one. That's a nice shape. Except it's, except I'm gonna cut it. It's usually pretty good because you get to wait on, you know, 1 or a 4. You know, split up like this. Or you can wait on the 2 if you split up like a triplet. Usually pretty nice. However, let's, I'm gonna cut the 4, and the south is like my value tile. However, I already have a pair. So when you have a pair already, con? When you have a pair already, it doesn't really work out because like the triplet kind of, the baked-in triplet has to be your pair if you have a 2 next to it. Otherwise, you just have a worse floating tile. Like, what's the point of that? Beach! Alright, I don't have any Dora naturally, but I can get Uradora. Or I could die. I could, like, deal into a 1 on hand and just lose. Is that it? GG? Nope. Ura 4? We could do better than that. How about Ura 6? Yeah. Ura 6. Damn it. Okay, that's like almost as bad as losing. That's pretty bad. Now I don't have a Riichi stick. I needed that. Oh no. I so needed that. Okay. Let's go for... Oh, wait. I need a Yaku. Shit. Yeah. Okay. If I need a Yaku, then maybe the... No, but I'm so close to Pinfu here. I could probably get a Pinfu as my Yaku if I... Fuck it. Yeah, Pinfu. Yeah, Pinfu's fine. I mean, Yaku High is nice, even if I get a pair, because then I could, like, pull in and, like, wait on Taki or something for it. For my pair. But Pinfu is better. Pinfu is better than this. The problem is that if I don't get Pinfu, it's kind of all or nothing, because I can't Riichi. If I don't get Pinfu, I have no Yaku and I have the Sumo. It's gonna be really bad. Okay. At least, like, I'm kind of getting there. I just need something around this 7 and get a 3, so... But I can't... I feel like I can't afford to throw away any of these tiles, unfortunately. Ishan 10, but not for Pinfu. It's gonna be tough. Seven, so... I feel like I need to get that Pinfu. This Yaku's Senpai is like worth nothing to me. I have to. Technically Pinfu is possible now if I get the 6-0. I need the 6-0. 8 mon. It's not gonna be it. I'm keeping this a very dangerous 5 mon, but I don't think I can afford to not keep it. Keeping the 8 mon, Epiko is pretty much dead with the 9 mon gone. I don't think I could afford. I think, yeah, if I get like... If I get Tenpai with a 3-so with no Yaku, I think I just like shove the 5 mon and then go for a Tenpai. But now these 2 6-0s are gone. It's looking more like I'm going to cut the 5 and the 7 first. We'll go for the win. Still, even after all this. Okay, well. The other thing is I could chi a 3 or 6. If the 3 or 6 comes out from Kamicha, then I will chi, and then I'll just go for K10. This hand is very likely to win, no matter what. Finally, there's the Riichi. The 5-ma is safe. What do you know? 6-0, no Yaku. Forced to push. I can just survive this or it's sumo. How impossible here. The 5-sos are mostly out. I shouldn't chi either. If I chi, I give him an extra draw to fuck me over. Okay. Have a Yaku. But, yeah, it had to pass. There's no way. 5-8-so is covered. Oof. GG. Nothing I can do there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I feel like I played my best. Maybe we could look at the mock-up D-Land briefly. Alright. A quick break for Twitch. We'll be right back. Let's look at that last hand. That hand where I dealt in against the toy-ish hand. I mean, I don't really think that it's gonna be... Oh yeah, it was this one? Yeah, it was this one. This was the only hand I was thinking of. It doesn't look that dangerous. He changed his hand twice, but 5-pin came out before and wasn't palmed. He'd have to be waiting with a stray 5-pin for toy. The Formon, you didn't cheer palm. Maybe has like 1 or 2 Dora at most. But if he has 1 or 2 Dora, then, well... If he's cutting 2 to 8-pin, actually, that increases the chance. If it's the last 2 draws, that increases the chance it's going to be a Kanchan. Even then, I don't know if I could afford to cut anything else here. 5-pin. The biggest fear is that this is the toy, and I don't think this is like a toy kind of fear here, the more I look at it. I think the red 5-pin would be fine into toy. Except into a Tonki. But at that point, you probably wouldn't. It'd be a weird Tonki. Usually you'd be waiting on, like, yeah, you would have been waiting on 8-pin. 8-pin would have been once cut. Yeah, or 2-pin. And 2-pin's like twice cut with my chi. Yeah. I think this is okay. It deals into a Kanchan though. Like decently often. Deals into a Kanchan. How scary is a Kanchan? I don't think it's that scary. But maybe maybe could have another Dora for like 3,900. I'm not fighting for anything crazy here. I'm fighting for just a 1-han hand, but if I fold and get to exhaust draw without Tenpai, I lose 1,000 anyway. Yeah, we're discarding it. These Makas, like, yeah, don't worry about Kanchan. Like, I'm not worrying that much. It was the only time I dealt in, though. What was it? Where's my dealership? Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. I don't think Maka tends to like me when I call like this. I don't think not really a kind of call kind of bot. I think like there are other bots that are like more call heavy, but Maka is gonna prefer more Cheetoy-ish. Like closed hands, even if you have 4 pairs and 3 of them are callable. Hi Jerry. How you doing? How are you? Yeah, I'm hanging in there. You know what? I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky this time. Let's go. I just had a 4th place and like just 2 like a 3rd place that was like kind of a sad 3rd place, and then a 3rd place that was like we were barely hanging on, kind of a 3rd place. So between all that, I'm due for a Yakuman. I'm just give me the Yakuman. Yep. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Is this really Yakuman now? Is this really Yakuman? I'm committing. It's fine. I'm gonna commit. I won't have to drop the Dora anyway. Which might have to happen if I end up going a Pulton Yakuman route. If I get the white, then I'll think about it. Probably gonna fold anyway. What the fuck? Alright, Suiso. This is my chance for Suiso. No, I thought I'm not gonna do it. I can still get Suiso maybe, right? But yeah, big seven stars, Daichise. The 7 pairs version. We'll go with that. Yeah. If we get the white, hold on. I'm 2 away, right? Where's the 1-mon? 1-mon, 1 pin, and West. Yeah, I'm 2 away from Kokishi anyway. So I don't have to put myself into 2-way for Daichise. Yeah, I don't know where all those tiles are. Maybe this guy has it. Maybe he's going for a toy. 4-mon. Push! It's fine. It's fine. There's no way this guy has like Chinitsu toy. Okay, we're just not getting it though. Bro, what the fuck? Where are all these fucking tiles? Oh, okay. One more, guys. Just one more. Just one more. 1 pin, 1 mon. Alright, maybe it could happen. Oh, fuck. Come on, please. If I get it here, if I get 1 pin here, it's possible. It has to be 1 pin so that he can cut the 1-mon later. That's good, Butsu. Shit. 7-mon? 7-mon should be fine. 7-mon's like One chance. It's fine. Shit. Fuck it. It's a one chance. It's fine. It's also like Sotogawa-ish. Oh, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Nah. I guess I could have cut red. I didn't have to even try the one chance. Oh well. Triplet of ones, it was over. It was over before it began. Alright. Alright. Well, we'll just go for Chinitsu, I guess. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It'll be fine. Just put that behind us. It was a long shot. We didn't even get Tenpai. Sure. I mean, I guess I could go for like... Nah. I'm too far away from like a normal hand. To me, this is like Chiditsu, or it's maybe Chitoi. I don't want to have to deal with like this Ipeiko, like if I'm going to go for a normal hand, that just sucks. Yeah, so we'll just cut it now. Pawn 1 mon or pawn 5 mon might be decent. Okay, now pawn 5 mon for sure. Right? Pawn 5 mon, 3 mon, or 1 mon. Pawn. Okay, and then we could chi something? We could chi a 7 for sure. I don't think we could chi anything else for Tenpai at least. If we chi a 1 and 4, I think that's still better though. Gives me a better shape. Pawn. Oh, this is also a Shampon. Yeah, it's 3 mon, 5 mon Shampon. Yeah. That's the other thing. It's like, yeah, 7 mon's definitely not my only weight. Think about the cheese though. 6 mon, I don't think is a chi. I think it's just. Oh, Dora. Oh. It's the new Dora. Maybe someone's lucky. Alright, let's cut it. Okay. This is Tenpai. Seven mon Tenpai. I have dealer manga and we push. I mean, you know, this just means we have equal risk, right? You have like a 12,000 point hand. I also have a 12,000 point hand. What a coincidence! We have so much in common. We should like hang out. 7 mon coming. Nope. I believe this 7 mon is out there. I believe it. It must be. It must be. Some mon. Got one more sumo tile. Maybe Drew the 7 mon is thinking about this. That this could be. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 7 mon was somewhere. Probably drew it. Or was in the wall. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna turn off that. Okay, we got another Honitsu-ish hand. This one I could imagine playing maybe for a normal hand if I get like a Ryamen or something. But we're gonna pull him. We're just gonna pull him. I don't even think about it. Honitsu 3 Dora is a 5 Han hand. It's also a Mahjong, just as good as Shinitsu. Well, I guess it's fine. I mean, there's nothing to mask here. I think it's just obvious. Going to be either double tone, like a Yakuhai or something, or it's going to be a flush in the Sosu. It's the latter for me, but you can't say like necessarily like you know what the hand is actually going to be here. It's possible I could have like all 3 Easts or something, you know? Speaking of, do I cut the 9? You know, getting like Chansa would be hilarious if I also got Chansa. We'll keep the 9. And also, if we get the 8, that just makes us get a really nice Ishan Tenwei if we cut the East. Pawn. Yeah, pawn. Well, I'll cut the 9 anyway. So now we have 4 Han, so I don't even need Chanta anymore. 4 Dora. Yeah, and if we get the 4 So, that's the upgrade. If I get the East, what do I even do with that? Cheat. I don't have to think about it. 4 Dora. 4 Dora already on, man. I have a Hanamon now, 18,000. Hope you have a buy mod. Oh, you know what would be really funny? Pawn that, cut like the 6 or something, then like switch over to like a Chansa weight and get a buy mod. With a green dragon pawn, and then the extra Han from Chanta, half outside. That'd be really funny. At that point, it wouldn't be worth it though. This is fine. 18,000 becomes 18,300 with 1 Oba. To Riichi 6 as well from last hand. Not so bad. A 20,000 point play. Alright, we finally got a hand. We finally got a hand today. You know. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Can't be sitting in 3rd to 4th, like, forever. At some point, we have to, like, get something lucky. If we keep trying, anyway. Not bad at all. Yeah. Oh, thanks for following the channel. I'll call him out. I'll let the person reveal themselves if they want to. Let's see, what is this? We'll cut the 5 and make this like a kind of Chanta-ish kind of shape. Pawn. Oh. You know what? I think I will. I think I will pawn. Pawn, Chanta, and we have 2 Dora. On the Taki, I think this is fine. I'm impatient. I'm super impatient. I didn't want to bother waiting. Only watch you on YouTube while I work. Okay, now we have a second pair. Wait for the red, just a lot worse. Yeah, well, by the way, yeah, I've been getting a lot of good feedback from the coaching streams I've been doing. I don't have any more planned right now. They actually take like a lot of work from me. That's why, like, you know, me doing like lessons for people is on the expensive side, although really probably at some point it might become more expensive if I get more if more people want a coaching session. I get more booked. It just takes a lot of time. But yeah, it was, you know, if you guys want to see, you know, see more like coaching streams, you could just let me know as well. I don't really have anything planned right now, but it's at the very least like that could be like a kind of shift maybe at some point. Move towards more educational streams anyway. I mean, I feel like that's just the kind of vibe here. We're all here to learn. We're all here to improve. And have fun while we're doing it. And if you're not, that's okay too. We all have our reasons. Chanta 2 door, by the way, half outside. Everything has a terminal or an honor in it. 789, 123, Home of West. And this is an honor tile as my pair. Gonna be with 2 Dora, since this is a Dora, it's gonna be 1 and then another Dora. Because it's gonna be a pair. With the Chanta half outside, it's gonna be 5,800. That's a dealer 3 Han hand. Wait a minute. No, that's not. That's incorrect. Wait, hold on. No, that should be fine. How much is a Sumo? A Sumo is 6 Fu. Yeah, okay, that's still 30 Fu. Yeah, it's not 40 Fu. Yeah, so it's gonna be 2,000 all on Sumo and 5,800 Ron with 3 Han in the dealer seat. With 2 Honba, it's going to be an extra 600 on top of that. 6,400 Ron, and then 200 points per person for Sumo, so 2,200. 2,200 all on Sumo. Alright. Maybe we could do another game. That was pretty quick. But if I know if I do another game, it's going to end up going to like, what? Like 2 o'clock for me, 2-ish. How long has this stream been going? Like 2:30. All right, we can play another one. We can play another one. Let's see if we can break even here. Not even gonna bother with ads. Let's just go. Is today Saint Day? Nah, I'm like way too far behind for Saint, unfortunately. I haven't been grinding. But I feel, you know, I feel good. Feel strong. Feel like I'm getting even better, you know? I think a lot, you know, when I'm in, for better or for worse, when I'm in a, you know... I feel like I'm always in that state. I'm always, like, trying to improve and trying to find, like, you know... improve, you know, different ways I can improve, like different moves, that is. Which is like, as opposed to like, hey, I know what I'm good at, I'm gonna stick with what I have. You know, I make this move all the time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, of course, like there's a lot of that. I think like definitely I overcorrected when I was in like tournament and stuff. I had that tendency to feel like, oh, I always have to like change, and like, you know, if it's my first tournament or whatever, like, I don't know, like maybe if I play like really differently it'll work out in a tournament, but not always the case. So, you know, I feel that even when I'm playing in tournament like now, like definitely my playstyle is more stable now that I'm like more used to tournaments in general. But it's also like, Sumo Riichi Sumo Dora, 3,900 all. But it's also like, when I'm in tournament now, it's like, I'm still making those micro adjustments. Like, I feel like, you know, Like, I want to tell myself just like, hey, like if I feel like I'm playing too aggressive, I need to slow down, etc., etc. I'm playing too fast, I need to like, you know, look at other people's hands a little bit more, things like that. Go for more closed hands. And I think I could still have like a tendency to like, you know, overcorrect, you know, but like not always. Actually, with the more I look at this hand, the more I'm like, I could probably just cut this. And then I don't need the Dora actually. I'll keep everything that gives me more acceptance. Even if I get the Dora, I'm not gonna be that happy about it. Yeah, sure. If I have something next to the 2, it's fine then. Tournaments is also really different. You were trying to place huge or you know, or high or first. Yeah. So like in a tournament, like your position is constantly changing as well. And so like your goal and like your, you know, your win condition, like your distance from like where you want to be is going to be also different. Like there was like a point where like Monica was saying, you know, like before day 2 was going, she was saying that like she was going to play like, you know, a lot more aggressive to like, you know, try and like get back all those points and, you know, get like some placing. I don't know what she was like actually aiming for. But I've been there. I've been in that position before where I felt like, you know, I was really behind on day 1 and then like be like, oh yeah, I had to play like super crazy on day 2 to like make up for it, and then that makes me just play bad. Ooh. Okay, at least I didn't get hit by a Chanta or something. I think definitely that mindset was not the correct one for me at that time. Because really what that meant was that I just ended up dealing into a lot of shit I didn't have to. You know? And I probably Monica made that mistake as well. But, you know, she could tell. She could tell me. Do I feel like... I'm not gonna fully commit. Not gonna fully commit to the Honitsu, but I will be thinking about it. This 3-pin is a little bit too nice if I end up getting it. Okay, but now it's looking more like potentially Honitsu. It's gonna be Tenpai if I pawn the Tuso or Formon, but well, I'll probably still take it actually. Beat, thank you for the 8 months sub. Was that what that was? Party Parrot. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Con tile, huh? That's just a safe tile for me. Okay. It's fine. But yeah, I do that a lot in general, but it's also like... I feel like... I don't really have like a stable sort of like personality, like flow kind of as a person, you know, like a rhythm. I have my ups and downs, you know, probably have like undiagnosed ADHD or something. So I'm all over the place in terms of like where I am, like energy wise, like concentration wise. Sometimes I'm like really locked in and I feel like nothing gets past me, and then sometimes I'm like, what the fuck was the door again, you know? Like, oh, is it my turn? You know, it's tough. I'll cut the white, and if I get the actually I'm not sure. Probably should have kept the white, actually. I don't like this chi. Yeah, it's gonna be a chi toy or toy toy anyway. I was leaning more towards toy toy, but chi toy is fine. Probably not gonna go toy toy considering this 3-pin. Okay. Sumo. The other thing I could have done there was just like what, cut the green and then like hope for like a Riichi Sumo after that, but what's the point? I'm already in a decent spot. Take away the dealership. Slow tick, I could have Riichi'd, I guess, on Sanso or Forso. Suso. Calling Sanso and then Forso sounds weird. Sanso only because other people call it Sanso. The 3-so. 678 Sancho is still possible. We'll keep that. I did that, like, you know, now that I think about it, like, I'm always, like, thinking, like, when I'm in that, you know, in that space where I have to perform. Like, I remember, like, when I, like, played in the high school orchestra, I would, I'd be, like, telling myself just, like, nope, you gotta, like, play a little, you know, like, put more force here or less force there, or adjust my, you know, posture or something. I'd be, like, telling myself this all throughout the performance, and like adjust midway. So yeah, I was also always very like keen on doing that. If I chi here and get Tonki, door Tonki. I feel like I don't have to chi though. I feel like I don't have to. Maybe I could. What I play in the orchestra? I played the double bass. So, and I like standing up when I was playing the double bass. You know, it's the big ass giant violin. Stands upright and or all the other bass players, like, you know, like sitting on the stool. We had a really high stool, and it was like for all the bass players. I didn't use it though. It was fun. Playing the double bass was really fun. It's just like, it's just way too like inconvenient as an instrument. It's like way too big, and it's like a hollow piece of wood, but it's still like, you know, as like a scrawny, you know, scrawny armed teenager. It just it was tough, especially like carrying it over long distances. Like, I wish I had a case with wheels on it. I wish my school could afford that, could afford some wheels on our bass cases, because I had to like freaking lug that through, like you know, lug that onto the bus and, like, you know, through Manhattan at some point. Like, I dragged it through the concrete and like I think I like damaged like the walkway walking to the bus. And then I had to like get like a teacher to, like, you know, hold on to the bass instead, like, you know, when I actually got to play in New York in the city. Yeah, so it's a really fun instrument. I wish it was like just easier to like bring around. It also wasn't like super fucking expensive, because it's like a giant piece of wood like that's carved out and stuff. It's like extremely expensive, so you usually just like rent it out or something. Yeah, like none of that is good. But the instrument itself, like actually playing on it, it's really fun. It's like you do a lot of stuff. Like you do like you know, like you play like some jazz stuff with like the pizzicato, the plucking, right? And your hands are like, you know, moving all over the place. Or like you're the backbone of the orchestra, you know, just like and you could like really crank up the volume on that thing. When I saw like a double F on my on the what is it, the score sheet, the sheet music, I'd be like, all right, now it's time, and then you'd hear like my bow just like kind of like make it like a crank, like a slight like crank noise, like like as it like hits the string a bit, and then like the you know, the viola players or whatever like in front of me would be like, oh, here it comes, on. Bass, double bass really is an underrated instrument. Yeah, it's in the orchestra it's particularly underrated, I feel. And then like, you know, just like as a jazz instrument, it's really cool. Friend tells me the stools for cello suck, so imagine it's the same for the double bass. Maybe. Well, I don't know. I'd never used them. I always just preferred just standing up. Felt like I had more control. Do I? No, I think I keep going. The 9 so I mean, my alternative is not a safe tile anyway. Maybe the 5 sub becomes safe or something, but then I think I'd rather pawn. No, I don't. No, I'm not gonna pawn. If the 5 sub comes out, I'm not gonna pawn. I'm just gonna cut it, and then Mawashi into like 3/6 pin over here. Now it's gonna be different. How's Formon? Okay, well 6 pin, 4 pin are safe. I think I'll just rather fold. Okay. Ooh, missed Sanshoku. But got Ura, nice. Would have been a Hanuman with Sanshoku. Have the Formon 234, 234, and 234. My friend tells me this. Yeah, at least dragging your grand piano around. yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of places are going to have a piano, or like, you know, you bring a keyboard, right? At the very least. It's definitely like you could expect a place to have a piano rather than have a freaking double bass like randomly lying around. And a German bow, I'm pretty sure it's what it was called. I use a German bow. That's the one that's like really freaking wide, and like you hold it with like in like your palm. So not like you know, like violin bows, like the French bow, you hold it like what do you, like a baton. You hold it like a baton with like your fingers, like all 5 of your fingers. You don't use any part of your hand. It's just like your fingertips. Just like, you know, it's very delicate, and you know, you can put more pressure on it, but it's still gonna be like, you know, like a kind of light kind of stance or what's the word? Posture. But yeah, I like the German bow because like I feel like I had more. It was way more comfortable because like I hold it in my palm, and then like my middle finger and my ring finger go in the middle, like you know, like devil horns, you know. Cheek, and we'll cut the form on. Oh. All right. Well, I wasn't gonna cut the 5 on anyway. A little bit unfortunate. But yeah, because like the way I'm pressing down, like I'm not pressing down from above. Maybe it's like hard for me to explain without like showing you guys. Anyway, let's like fish for as many Ryeonmen as possible. Hold on. Maybe I can get my... Is my camera working? Where's my camera? 6 months okay here. Where is my camera? I haven't used it in a while. And I don't remember if I had like a hotkey. Oh, east? Yeah. Let's just do that. Oh, yeah. There it is, right? Hold on. You see my hand? Yeah. It's a little bit too close. There we go. Okay, it's like, so the way you hold like a bow, it's like it'd be like a U shape, where like I be like holding it like from here out here. It goes like out like that. It's like really still really hard. Like along my fingers, and then like in the middle I like hold it like this, and then like the bow part would be like on this side, and then I'd like, you know, tilt my hand to the left to like really put pressure on the instrument. And then when I did that, like, because I'm moving this way, I'm moving like towards the left, I'm using my elbow and my shoulder to control the volume. Whereas if I held it like this and like I tried to like push down the string like that, then I'm mostly using my wrist, and like, yeah, I'm using my shoulder too, but like the elbow does like isn't part of that as much. Like I definitely use like the stronger parts of my arm when I'm holding the bow like this, and like it's to the side, and like just like crank my elbow back to make a sound. Yeah, that's my impression. All right, thank you, camera. Goodbye. I think it's time to fold this. Well, actually, hold on, 4-pin. I think I could still fold it even with 4-pin. Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think we could do this, yeah. Just have to hope this doesn't deal with some random shit over here. You're in Senpai now. I can fold from here. South is good, okay. If east is good too, then that'd be really nice. 6-0? How is that not dealing? 2-0? Riso is CG, and it's also like a really shitty tile. I would imagine that if you were waiting on 3-so, you would have kept the 2-so for longer. You wouldn't have kept the red for no reason. 2-pin, 2-pin Puln. 2-pin Puln is nothing. Because I still have to cut the 4-so, and that's the tile I don't want to cut. East is safe now, finally. North is completely safe as well. This guy changed his hand though, so it's actually possible he's still waiting on the east. It's possible. Ooh, alright. 5,200? Okay. Nice. Yeah. I wonder how my old orchestra's teachers are doing. I don't even know if they're still alive. They were like, you know, relatively on the older side. I remember like my middle school like orchestra teacher. He was pretty cool. He was pretty cool, but like, you know, a lot of like the students were, you know, like they're forced to take like some kind of like art class. And so a lot of the orchestra kids just like didn't want to be there for whatever reason. Maybe we can get a outside hand or something. Maybe that'd be cool. We'll fall in the south and Dortanki for outside, maybe. At least for a chance. Okay, interesting. Sure. If we get an 8-pin or 7-pin, we'll cut 4-5 for Chanta Sanchoku. But yeah, he was really cool. Like, he's like really, really good at the violin. I mean, like, of course, like, you know, that's what you'd expect, right? Alright, I guess this is just more consistent. From an orchestra teacher, you expect them to be really good at the violin. But he did like a I don't know. He played like a fiddle, you know. He's like just like a I don't know what to call it. He did a lot of like violin solos, just like in between classes, just like every now and then, just to show off, Yeah, you know, like we don't just play like classical music around here. We could play like really cool songs too, like, you know, Michael Jackson songs or whatever. And I know he was like, yeah, he was really supportive of me when I like played like the double bass and stuff. Since I was one of the couple of people that seemed to care about the music class, about the orchestra. Yeah. But I feel like, you know, I couldn't really return the favor. Even if I cared about the class, that doesn't mean like I want to like get a career in music despite having talent. You know, for all those reasons. Like I just didn't want to didn't want to carry a bass around. And I had other things I wanted to do. So in the end, like, you know, you just have to look elsewhere for like some other talented kid that, you know, could be like a big musician. But teaching ability doesn't equal great individual technique, but generally, yeah. Yeah. It's like he's invested, you know, in the craft, in the art. Must had a great respect for musicians because of that. Takes a lot. The amount of upgrades for this hand aren't great. You just called, so let's Riichi to kind of stifle that a little bit. Unless your hand is really, really strong, you're not gonna... You might not push this that hard. Small. Riichi, Tsumo, this is gonna be 1,000 all, becomes 1,100, except I get an Ura, so it's 2,100 all. Nice. There weren't that many upgrades on that one. I'm not. 3 7-pin are out. What are the odds they have all the 9p? Zeroed, because just win. Yeah. Exactly. I don't have a 9p. I don't see any 9p. I don't see any Dora. We're gonna destroy all the Dora in the game. This one's a 3-mon. Well, actually I could have cut 3, so and just wait on like the no baton-ish kind of wait there. And I could have cheated. You know what? I think I should have cheated. I think that was a cheat. I think I really missed out on that one. That would have been a really nice chi. And now this is a little bit awkward. You just play normally? Oh, nah, it's okay. I could give this one up. 3 safe tiles now. Yeah, because like on my way to Tenpai, I'd have to cut a Forso, I'd have to cut like probably another tile, I'd have to cut the Dora. Like, I don't need to do that. I'm in such a good position here. And if I deal in, it's gonna be like really shit. Just because you didn't come concert player doesn't mean you didn't take his teaching seriously. Played, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I did take it seriously. I just like, you know, I wonder. It's like reminds me of like a headline I saw, or like or you know, actually no, it's not a headline. It was just like some guy on Twitter or whatever. But well, I believe it that like I have been seeing more of like orchestras playing like movie soundtracks or like video game soundtracks instead of like classical music. Like that's a thing. And like if you're like a concert venue, like you're not gonna make money just like playing like you know, all the classical music artists anymore. I don't know if they ever made money doing that, if I'm going to be honest. At least in like the modern era, contemporary era, the past like 20 years, I don't know. But yeah, well, if you want to make money, you know, at a like a concert venue, you have to instead do it by playing a lot of video game soundtracks. Like I have to wonder, just like, if you're like a musician, like a classically trained musician, I mean, you're trained on the classics, you're trained on like the Mozart and stuff. So like, I'm sure there's a lot of like weird feelings about like knowing that like the thing that you were trained on is not the thing that you're going to be like playing a majority of the time anymore, or not the thing that people are going to want to hear anymore. Makes me think like why, you know, it's like what keeps these guys going in the first place. Because like, you know, maybe like the idea of like classical music in general, of like which was like performance art from like hundreds of years ago, you know, played by rich performers and listened by you know, rich audience members, and then like just, you know, carried on a tradition, but a tradition from, you know, from wealth. Like the common people were might have been only exposed to like, you know, those songs at least like many years after those composers have died. Yeah, like you can listen to, you know, all those performances for free now, like, you know, very high level performances for free on like YouTube or whatever. It's different. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not like being in like a theater. Rip that guy, by the way. I was hoping I'd get first from here, but oh well. So there's that. I mean, you know, that experience is always will still be like its own kind of special thing. But to be like in you know, to really fall in love with like an art that is like a little bit out of favor of the public conscious. I'm not gonna blame them for it though. I mean, if they really like it, if you know, that's what they love, you know, they want to pursue it, don't let them, right? As long as they, you know, find some logistical way to make it work. Make it work out for them. Well, I don't want to make like any like really crude comparisons. This is all I got. I mean, like I just like I'm a gamer, so I play like games that no one plays sometimes. But I'm just like, hey, they're really fun, fucking fun games. I'm gonna keep playing them and you know, talk about them. I guess Mahjong is one of those. Even if it's like slightly on the come up, right? Even if like more people are getting exposed to Mahjong now, you know, it could always just be a very niche thing, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just like being a zealot for this like niche community. 7 mon, sure. 7 mon. If we get 3 mon, book cuts 4 and then 6 and then 4, or 4 and then 6. Who do I want to deal into less? All right, I'll do this one. All right, hey, Kayla. Missed you a bit there. Hello, how you doing? Forso now? Okay. Oh, I could have cut the 5 actually, since I had the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That would have been better, probably. Yeah, that would have been way better. Oh well. Still had a chance for Itsu if I draw the 2 or 4. Frost Crucible, hello. I have a friend who's just auditioning for the big orchestras as a bass player. It's pretty hard to get a position. There's a lot of lifetime tenure players who don't retire. Yeah. I can see that. I auditioned once for like a state orchestra because my orchestra teacher in high school wanted me to. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I have time. Wasn't really doing anything at the time. Like I, you know, like classic me, I just read the thing wrong and I didn't know I had to do some scales that I wasn't prepared for, that I just straight up didn't know how to do. I'm gonna hold back on this. I'm gonna hold back on this. Chito is actually probably gonna be Chito or Riichi. It's gonna be a decent way to come back from this to get a first, which is, you know, it's possible if I get Mangon Sumo. It's not a whole lot of point in me phoning. But yeah, I didn't know I had to do these scales that I've like never heard of. Like, I was not prepared. So I found out like the day before that I had to do these scales. And then I was like practicing like deep into the night and the morning, like early morning to like try and you know, make up for lost time and learn this shit. It was a very stressful time. And then yeah, there was no way I could have made it. I mean, when I got to the place and I did the thing, I messed up so bad. It was like very embarrassing. And then also I'm not even very good at sight reading, which I need to do as well, and I just like also messed that one up too. Yeah. Even more so that like I didn't even realize until oh shit. Wait a minute, let's see. South here seems bad. 5 pen is next to the 6 pen, but it's a 1 chance on one side and 1 chance on the other with a 3 pen. Okay. I figured like this guy could be waiting on south if he's gonna push a toy. Alright, we'll take a second. Not too bad. Yeah, well, to finish that off, like while I was playing, my high school teacher like was like looking through the window and like noted just how they never see me that nervous playing the double bass like ever. It was yeah, it was extra embarrassing. But yeah, well, I mean, high school orchestra is different from playing like, you know, for like a state or an org, you know. Like I'm just doing this for fun in high school. I'm just like, I have plenty of time. Like there's like plenty of students that aren't super invested in the instrument and like need a lot of time to learn a song, and I just learn it in like 3 days and then just coast for the rest of the year. Yeah, that was me. But not good enough. That wasn't good enough for me to, I did not build up the skills, you know, necessary to like sight read a difficult song and have all these skills. Nope, I was not that practiced. So there goes that. Anyway, yeah, not too bad. We ended up at this is a 3-hour stream. What, minus 242, minus 7, plus 1. So that's minus 248. What do we get? 248. So that's 77. What was that? 9, 2. Wait, it's 320. Oh, 222. Okay, so I lost like 20 points or so. All right, 248 versus like 277. Wait, no, not 277. 227. Yeah, 227. Math. All right, yeah, I lost 21 points. That's not bad. It's just like losing a 3rd place. It's not bad at all. All right. Didn't do too badly. I think even as I was talking, I feel like I was playing the moves I probably would have played anyway. You know, this is we'll start the cope machine. What I get? Some S minus. Yeah, sure, whatever. Thanks, Mako. It's fine. Yeah, S minus, whatever. S plus, same shit. Again, I'd rather get A minus so I could be better than Maka. I don't give a crap. Yeah, but it's still nice to, you know, have a letter, even if it means nothing. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you listening to me ramble about like all sorts of random stuff. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Anyone streaming Mahjong right now? I will say also, yeah, tune in a couple hours actually. That is 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be having Drunk Jong with Beef McMeat, Miui, and Monica Ray. So that'll be fun. Tune in for that. Yeah, I'll have a bottle of soju ready. Okay, Former Skies playing on Riichi City. So we'll start the raid there. Thank you all so much for watching. Give a nice hello to Former Sky, and see you guys in a bit. Bye, happy Saturday.